Talk 1260 AM KTRC and 103.7 FM Santa Fe News Talk Leader. I am Ron Whitmore. We are recording this live from the front of Artisan, the art supply store on Cerrillos Road. And man, do I have a show for you today because we have a dear friend of mine, Sean Healen. Welcome, Sean.
Thank you, Ron. I'm happy to be here.
And Sean just finished his radio program with Hutton Broadcasting. Why don't you talk a little bit about that before we get going here?
I did a show called Healen's New 52. What I did was I released a new song a week for 52 weeks, a little 10-minute show. A lot of work goes into radio. Didn't realize how much work goes into a 10-minute production. But it was a platform for me to get my music out. I got a lot of songs, so it was fun to showcase them. And also step away from the bars, keep my name out there.
And you just had a big party closing it down, right?
That's right, out at Santa Fe Brewing Company's new beer hall at headquarters, which, by the way, if you haven't been out there, it's beautiful.
And it's great having Sean on because a lot of people know Sean Healen from his songs on the radio and all that kind of stuff, but Sean has a visual art side that is less explored, but he's gotten way back into it in a big way, so we're going to explore that, but we're going to start out with a song. So what do you got going on there, Sean?
This is a song that I wrote with the great J-Boy Adams. We've been writing together for a few years. He's a Texas guy, and he's the first person that I sat down to co-write with where it actually worked. I'm kind of picky. I like lyrics, and if they're trite, it's not worth doing. So we didn't battle at all, which is good.
Nice.
J-Boy's not a trite guy.
J-Boy is a cool cat.
The reason he did all the stuff he's done, and he still is. It's called My Share of Bleeding. Done my share of bleeding. Done my share of bad things. Miles and miles of barbed wire tangled up in my veins. Been a long way from nothing, and nowhere is where I've been. But I do know something I'll share with you, my friend. You gotta give all you can give. Love all you can love. Take what you need, but don't take too much. And my share of bleeding is a thing or two. I would take back in the beat of my heart that I said and did to you. Been a long way from nothing, and nowhere is where I've been. But I do know something I'll share with you, my friends. You gotta give all you can give. Love all you can love. And take what you need, but don't take too much. Gotta give all you can give. Love all you can love. Take what you need, but don't take too much.
Woo! Sean Healen, beautiful.
Oh, thank you. That's
Sean Healen, J-Boy Adams.
J-Boy Adams, the great J-Boy Adams, I might add.
Well, that song rocks, Sean.
Thank you.
Hey, we can talk about your musical side a little later in the show, but the whole ARTFusion theme started because so many of the visual artists that come to the front counter of Artisan are also musicians, and there's just a few individuals that really excel in both, and that's what this whole theme of the program was. That, you know, it's whether you express yourself through guitar chords or you express yourself through acrylic paint, it's really kind of the same thing. Your art background is a lot less known than your musical background, so why don't you talk a little bit about that? How'd you get into art, and where'd you go, and what'd you learn, and what didn't you learn, and what are you doing with it?
Well, I was fascinated by the visual stuff as a kid, so when I was pretty little, I started painting and drawing and doing all that stuff. I think my first oil painting was done at maybe 8.
Okay.
But I've been into it since probably about 5. So
Was this back in Montana?
this is in Missoula, Montana.
Missoula, okay.
And fortunately, my parents fostered that and encouraged me to do so. So I won a couple of awards at the state fair and that kind of thing.
In painting?
And drawing. And
Wow.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. I won a blue ribbon for drawing this dog. So I was really into drawing, and I wanted to reproduce stuff that looked like photographs just to see if I could do it. And once I was able to achieve that, which I did a painting, an oil painting that looked like a photograph at one point, and then I realized that I don't need to do that anymore. Long story.
Yeah, realistic.
Yeah, it's like taking a photograph of a photo. What's the point?
Yeah.
You know, or writing someone else's book. That's not worth it either.
Were you doing your music back then too?
Yeah, I was playing piano and started screwing around on guitar and drums.
So you're doing both. You're doing visual art and your music.
Doing both. So all through high school, I was way into both. And I got a scholarship to the Art Institute of Chicago out of high school. I showed up. My sister was going to the University of Chicago, and she told me to bring my portfolio with me. So I showed up at the admission director's office unannounced.
Okay.
And on a day where she was not happy to have somebody show up. But I made her look at my stuff, and she gave me a scholarship on the spot.
Nice.
Yeah, well, I thought so. I thought art schools, that's the way to go. And I hated it. I went for a very short period of time to check out the classes, a bunch of trust funders doing blow.
Okay.
You can't teach people how to paint. In my opinion, that's just me. It wasn't right for me, so I told them to go.
Trust funders doing blow in art school. Okay.
Yeah, go figure.
Gotta be a song there somewhere.
Oh, there are a few songs. It just didn't fit. It wasn't a fit for me. Chicago wasn't a fit for me. I liked the city and all, but I didn't like I just didn't feel like you could teach me anything. You couldn't teach me how to paint. Yeah, you could learn the basics or whatever, but I didn't want to waste my time, and I didn't want to waste theirs, so I asked them to give the scholarship to someone else and came back to New Mexico to play music and paint.
Okay.
So.
And your work now has gone kind of, we have a piece right here. If you're looking at, you can go to Artisan's Facebook page and you can see the video, and we have one of Sean's newer pieces here. You got a whole body of work, right? You've been doing?
I do. I've got several. I just came off of 2 shows. I did a show out in Galisteo Gallery, and then recently at Linda Storm's gallery, Semiotique. So that just wrapped up this last month. That's one of the pieces.
Are you showing with Linda Storm?
I just did. I just finished a month-long show.
Nice.
And so I'm back into it. I'll probably start working larger and larger and larger again like I used to. I used to do some pretty massive sized pieces.
Can you compare writing a song to doing a piece of visual art? How does the process work?
It's the same process for me. I just show up.
Do you get in a zone, or is there anything that sets you in that area?
I used to be a runner. I used to run a lot, and getting that runner's high, as you would probably know, you run quite a bit. And it just gets into a place where I feel like I'm open. I think that every good songwriter just needs to listen. So the songs are out there, you just gotta listen for them.
We are talking with Sean Healen, exploring his visual art and his musical side. You're listening to ARTFusion, the art music radio show, Saturday at noon, Talk 1260 AM KTRC and 103.7 FM. Hang on, we'll be right back, and Sean's gonna do another song for us.